Welcome back. This is Power Breakfast, time for Fashion Fridays. Today we are talking all things Ankara. As you've seen, we've got some beautiful ladies in the house modeling some of the ways that it is that you can wear these Ankara prints. They've become very popular in the past couple of years, and we're going to learn all about it. We've got a stylist who's going to break it down for us. So, Winnie, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, Winnie Odande. I'm the founder and creative director of Dande Styles. I'm a stylist. Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's talk Ankara. You know, a lot of people don't know where all the craze came from. So let's do a little bit of history on that. I was, learning more about Ankara, and I found out, everyone thinks it's from West Africa, and then now it's in East Africa. Yeah. It actually originated in Indonesia.
Actually, Netherlands.
Right. Well, first it was in Indonesia, then it was mass-produced by the Dutch, and then it found its way to West Africa.
True.
So why has it become such a big craze right now in Kenya, particularly?
Like you've said, the original producers are the Netherlands, so they used to produce to Indonesians. So there are many theories surrounding the Ankara, how it actually came now to Africa. Some of the theories are that there are actually some West Africans who were working in Indonesia, and now whenever they went back home for the holidays, they used to carry some of the prints back home. And that is where they suddenly became popular, and Africans started wearing them. And I think Africans embraced it more than the Indonesians. And I think after that, after a while, it just became almost like our African attire.
Yeah. We owned it.
Yes, we owned it.
And never gave it back.
True.
All right, so before we talk more about Ankara, I want you to, break down the looks that we have on all three models here who look amazing, because you've styled them all very differently. So
yes.
Go ahead.
So these are just some of the different ways that we can incorporate Ankara into our everyday look. The first look is a look that we can wear for a cocktail party at the office. And you can see how, because the thing with Ankara is, I always feel like less is more with Ankara. Yes, there are those times when you can actually do full-on Ankara, but once in a while, just a dash of it is enough. So for a cocktail at the office, this is just the perfect fit. And this is a regular bodycon dress. But then
I wish my dress had something like this.
It's a regular bodycon dress, but then you've added a touch of Ankara with a peplum belt.
There you go.
Yes, because the belt is detachable, so you can just remove it. And
can I have it after you're done? Okay.
Yeah.
That is very nice.
So this is actually a transitional look. So if say you're at the office during the day, you can just have your normal dress, and then in the evening, if you have to go for the cocktail, just add on the belt and you're good to go. You don't have to dress and change anything else.
I don't think I've seen this before. I'm very in awe. All right, next look.
And this is for a night out, because most of the time they think Ankara is just for weddings or occasions, but you can also do it for a night out. So what we can do, what we do is we have this pajama trend that has come in, that has been the rage I think from last year. So what I've incorporated is the corset and the African print pants, the pencil pants, or we can call them carrot pants. So this is for a night out for the young guys, or anyone in the millennial age can actually wear this look. So, and then the biker jacket is just for you to keep warm, but you can remove it if you want to. It depends on how bold you are. But if you want to maybe not reveal so much skin, just have it all through.
Cute. Yeah. Cute. I like it. All right, and the next look?
The next look is for the college student who is bold, daring, still experimental. So that's how we have actually mixed the print. This is more of a print-on-print look.
And and that's the thing about a lot of Ankara has like a lot of vibrant, bright colors, and then you've paired it with something also equally.
So there's actually a style trend that is print-on-print.
Okay.
So instead of wearing full-on Ankara, I've actually now used a different print that is not Ankara, but still can work for the print-on-print without clashing.
Okay.
So that is why I've added the sweater with the checkered details. Now we're complementing the Ankara fit, but then this, you have to be really careful, because it's so easy for you to actually go and miss with this kind of look.
Right, because how do you know which print goes with which print?
you need to have an eye for it, otherwise you can actually miss it.
Okay, so this is a look that someone can wear to class?
To class, or depending on your work environment, if it's a dress done Friday day, you can actually wear it. Because unlike before, right now offices are a bit, they're not as rigid as before. Yeah, so depending on your work environment, you can actually wear this, or for the weekend also.
Then her hair is also bright. I'm just...
Exactly.
There's a lot going on there.
Yes.
But very nice. All right, thank you, ladies.
So
this is my favorite.
This is your favorite?
Yeah.
Because it fits with your workplace.
Just a little belt.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then the good thing is that it's actually versatile, because you can wear it with pants, you can wear it with skirts, you can wear it with dresses. Yeah.
Very nice. All right, thank you so much, ladies. You all look amazing. Thanks for modeling your Ankara for us this morning. All right, so let's talk a bit more about what Ankara is all about. So the actual fabric, right? It's cotton?
It's cotton. It's
pure
cotton.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's something about a wax print and how it's made. How does that work?
Because it's called African wax or Dutch wax, because it started from Netherlands, so it's Dutch wax or African wax print. So it was just it was the batik method of producing items. So that is actually the art behind Ankara. So if you've noticed, most of Ankaras, actually all Ankaras, are vibrant, and it's a mixture of many colors. I think that is the main outstanding feature of Ankara outfits, because it's not Ankara if it's just one plain color. Yeah. So the batik method is more of just, it's like a tie and dye kind of feature, but not exactly, just a bit different. Yeah.
The looks that we've seen, you've just showed us how to mix and match for the workplace and also for casual sort of environments as well. But we've seen Ankara on red carpets, we've seen it on, runways in New York. It's really just gone international and blown up. We've seen Lupita rocking it on the red carpet, for example. So it can be classed up and classed down.
Yes, when it started, it was, we kind of had a one mindset with it, but along the way it just got a life of its own, and it evolves every other time. So like right now you find you can actually wear it to the office, you can wear it on your random day when you're doing errands, you can wear it to the red carpet. It just depends on how you wear it, how you tailor it, and how it fits as well. Yeah, but for now we cannot limit it to just weddings or special occasions as before. Yeah. And then when it started also, we used to associate it more with mature genders.
I was going to say we've come a long time from the kitenge days, right?
I know,
this is not your mother's kitenge.
Exactly, because before you would hear kitenge and you'd be like, hell no, because you're thinking, I'm too young for that. But right now, young guys are actually the ones who've embraced it more and are actually running with it and giving it I think I love the way that people have actually interpreted it. And it just shows how creative guys are and how people are now ready to actually just work with what we have as Africans. Yeah.
In terms of men versus women rocking the Ankara, we've seen guys do it as well.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on when you see guys sort of having a little Ankara going on with their outfits?
I think a guy who does Ankara is actually a really bold guy. Because most of the times guys are usually a bit rigid with their style. But again, nowadays you find men, they're actually just getting out of their box as well. It's like they're now trying to keep up with their female counterparts. So most men are actually also now trying to, although for them as well, unlike us, where now it's more like a regular outfit of the day, for them it's more of occasional attire, but at the same time they're trying to also think out of the box in terms of how and when they wear it and how it is actually styled. Because right now people are, with the internet, you can pretty much find any design you want that can actually fit your body and can fit the kind of event you're attending, and you're good to go.
How easy or hard is it to find this material, and is it an expensive type of material to produce? Is it produced locally at this point, or where does the fabric come from?
Because of the mass production of the fabric, it is actually quite easy to get them. But again, as with everything else, quality matters. So it depends also with where you get it and the pricing and all that. Because West African fabric is quite different from maybe Ugandan fabric or what we might get in Kenya. But most of them are usually from West Africa, because that is pretty much kind of like, in Africa, that's the cradle of Ankara.
So if you want quality.
Yeah, if you want quality, go to West Africa. Yes.
Okay. So, but it is produced locally?
Not really.
In Kenya?
I've not heard of any local place producing Ankara fabric.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You know, have you seen like local artists who are embracing this in a way that you're like, you know, I really think that person is fashion forward? Are there any artists you can name off the top of your head who rock Ankara the way it's supposed to be?
We've seen Stella Mwangi do it, we've seen Sauti Sol do it, and they actually do it quite well. I think if they're the artists that people will actually just name without thinking. Because they've been doing it more and more often, and each time they try to give it a different life. And that is actually nice, because it shows that we are slowly also just loving what we have, as much as it didn't start from here, but we've taken it and it's now our thing, and we're running with it. Yeah.
Right. The other thing about Ankara fabric is that it's very versatile. So now we're seeing Ankara shoes and bags, and maybe you can tell us what else that Ankara fabric can do.
Yeah, because that is actually a very nice aspect of Ankara, the versatility of it, and the fact that even if you don't love it, because not everybody is actually a fan of Ankara, and for some they might feel like wearing it say for an outfit might be too much for you. So that is why you can now just use it on your accessories. So for the hat, you can sort of just add a dash of Ankara. You can have bow ties, you can have scarves, you can have belts with an Ankara touch, bags with an Ankara touch, shoes. The whole shoe can be refurbished to Ankara, or just patches of it. And it kind of adds some creativity to your whole look. It spices up your look so that it doesn't look drab and the usual. You kind of stand out from the crowd.
So there's no limit to what...
There's no limit to it. It's all about you and how far you want to go, so long as you also don't go too far.
So I mentioned earlier that it's become very popular amongst young people in recent years. Are we going to get to a point where it's like, okay, too much Ankara, let's find a new trend? Is it still going to be on trend in 2018, do you think?
It is going to be on trend. Though there was a time, actually, I think you felt like, okay, oh, this is too much.
When everyone discovered it.
When everyone was wearing it, and it was just the same style with everyone else. But right now, because people are becoming more bold with their style and more bold with their expressions, I think we're at that point in fashion where we are no longer limited. It's like you interpret your style in your own different way, and that is what makes it fun. Because right now, the same Ankara fabric, the way you'll design it and the way I'll design it will be so different. And that is what I think gives it life every other year. So it is a trend that will actually stay.
Have you ever seen an Ankara wedding?
Yes, I have.
The actual bride.
Not seen, photos.
I saw some pictures of that, and I was like, well, that's bold because it's a trend. And again, when you're looking back on your wedding photos, I don't know if that will still be the trend and what you know you'll think about.
But it will be nice, because then it'll have been different.
Yeah, it is very
You'd
different.
have something to tell your children, like, say this is what you used to wear back then.
For someone who has no Ankara in their wardrobe anywhere in their house, and you know has kind of been shying away from the trend, where would you encourage them to begin?
For guys who haven't yet worn any Ankara or unsure about it, I'd advise them to just start with a touch of it. Don't go the whole Ankara suit, because you won't wear it. Yes. So you can just start with something simple as an Ankara pants and a normal top, an Ankara skirt and a normal top, or just accessorize with your bag, or get a bow tie, Ankara bow tie, slowly grow into it, and then build it up, build the look up. But don't go full on.
Don't go full on. So just start slow, maybe an accessory, and see how you feel. I think it's a wonderful trend. The fact that, you know, Anna Wintour actually had it on her runway for New York Fashion Week, I thought. You know, there are some people who are unhappy with her, though. They said, why are you stealing our African
that is always a battle, but hey.
Yeah, the same thing we saw with the Maasai, sort of, you know, the Maasai blanket, that print.
Because at the end of the day, this is art, and you cannot confine art. And you cannot say, this is our art, so nobody else can use it.
And as we've said, it didn't even originate in
Yes, so, and everybody actually just, because at the end of the day, I think there's the question of, is there really anything that's original?
Right, yeah.
Because we are all copying from somebody or from something, but now we are interpreting it in our own way.
Yeah. I think we should be more open. I mean, we're living in a global platform now.
So we also take a lot from them as well.
Yeah. exactly. All right, well, thank you so much for sharing those tips with us. Hopefully somebody watching won't be too scared to try out a little bit of Ankara in 2018.
They should.
So as we wind up, maybe you can just let us know how people can get in touch with you. Maybe they want some styling tips.
Yeah.
So your social media handles.
So you can follow me on Instagram, winnie.odande. I have 2 accounts. There's my personal account and there's a styling account. So my personal account for just my personal style is Winnie Odande, and for the styling account is Dande Styles. You can also check out my website, www.dandestyles.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Fashion Fridays here on Power Breakfast. Hope you've learned something new. We've been talking all about Ankara. Definitely still on trend for 2018. DJ Roy T-Boy coming up next. Time for hashtag Level Up Friday. Start getting in your requests on Twitter at Citizen TV Kenya, at Joey_Mutengi, at Roy T-Boy. What do you feel like turning up to this morning? The weekend is upon us, and T-Boy is taking us there next.